Is Palma de Mallorca.
I want you to get me times, get me numbers.
It has to be.
I know. Okay, have you spoken with State? Because
Yeah.
She's on the move.
This is happening right now.
you want...
I need you to set up in country. I'll get someone to come.
When the 7th episode of Special Ops, Lioness kicks off, everyone at Langley is on telephones. Byron, Caitlin, and Joe are all scrambling to make plans to assure the success of their plot to eliminate Amrohi. Because of the urgency of the issue, Caitlin advises Byron not to go via the normal procedures.
If you tell Spanish military, then they'll have to house with a senator telling us how to fight. It is over before it's begun.
It's already...
Launched. And there's no way we can stop it.
Call her fucking cell phone.
Because it'll get her killed.
There's really no means to abort.
Not a going to Mallorca, whether we like it or not. Mission success or mission failure.
They can't.
To prepare a squad in Mallorca, the trio must use their personal resources. Even inside the car, being escorted about by a private bodyguard, Aaliyah doesn't feel safe, and she informs Cruz how the affluent are targets of the poor, despite the fact that her dad is the world's top financier for terrorists.
Marriage is a contract, whether he worries. And the oil business is a dirty one. Monsters never did it. But for me, we show up, we have a party, we have a feast and come home. Someone tries to snatch me off the street, miss call or her rings. If you're pretty enough, they take you too. خدنا أول عالم دايس. World inside the world. Special, and I'm going to show it to you.
Aaliyah leads Cruz to a high-end clothing boutique, where the women burst champagne bottles and talk about their morning kisses before getting a bit more personal. When they are interrupted, the women hire a hotel suite and begin a passionate romance session.
This was a 9? Yeah. She'll be just outside if you need any...
Oh! Well, don't look at the price. The world within a word.
Okay.
Yes, try this one. Shoes.
I don't like this one.
Yeah, try the lavender one. You think about this morning.
Yeah.
I'm right outside if you need me.
This is not the place.
They do know a place.
Baby.
Just leave them there. We'll figure it out.
Cruz sobs afterwards, feeling bad about what she is going to do. She truly believes she is in love and texts Joe to arrange a rendezvous. Joe had already requested that Kyle follow Cruz until she could get someone else on her. Kyle allows Cruz to enter her room, and Joe enters shortly after. Kyle has been stationed 2 floors below, listening to every sharp breath the women take. Cruz gets out of bed 3 hours later, while Aaliyah is sleeping, and goes into the bathroom to text Joe that she wants to meet her. Aaliyah approaches her as she walks towards the door and inquires as to why she is going. Her newest best buddy responds that they have no future together. She enters Kyle's room 2 stories below, followed by Joe a few seconds after. Cruz confirms our concerns and reveals her feelings for Aaliyah, because she hasn't been prepared for a circumstance in which she must sleep with a woman who is the first to care for her and then murder the woman's father. Joe tells her of Cruz's decision to become a mariner and how wicked Aaliyah's father is. Joe challenges her recruit about whether she would do anything to Osama bin Laden's son in order to murder his father, and Cruz recognizes the gravity of her situation. Furthermore, Joe dispels the young lioness assumption that Aaliyah is in love with Cruz by stating that Cruz is nothing more than a final hurrah for her before she is forced to take on the job of baby maker and baby rearing after marriage. Cruz embodies Aaliyah's desire for independence. Joe's rousing indictment seemed to be having an impact on Cruz. Joe tells her that Amrohi funds practically all terrorist actions throughout the world during the home run stretch.
I get it. You have no friend. You have a purpose. She made you feel that. And I'm baby maker, going to a compound in Riyadh to get pregnant. You have killed conflict in the Middle East since 9/11. Target we've uncovered since Bin Laden. Into that. We'll break her.
Give the other guy.
Cruz returns to the room, where Aaliyah is anxiously awaiting her. Cruz switches off the broadcast and tells her she can't accompany her to Mallorca. Aaliyah confirms that her father will not be attending the wedding. He is going to be in Riyadh since he cannot risk revealing his face in public in such a casual manner. Cruz restarts the transmission after hearing this. Joe and Kyle, who were about to flee in a panic, decide to stay and listen to the audio. Cruz quickly departs the hotel, and Joe invites her to meet him at the base, where Caitlin awaits for them. Aaliyah had urged Cruz to join her to Riyadh, but Cruz declined when Aaliyah stated that the wedding could not be cancelled. Her father will murder her if she makes such an appeal. Cruz will now fly to Barcelona, accompanied by Kyle. Joe and Caitlin debate on whether Cruz and the mission should be continued. Joe, on the other hand, agrees to do everything Caitlin orders. Joe and Caitlin barrage Cruz with interrogation and allegations at the operations base. They are furious that Cruz put the operation at danger for her sentiments. The Marine reluctantly admits she is not trained to carry out a secret operation like this and is unable to suppress her emotions. They are curious as to what Aaliyah mentioned to their Lioness. Cruz sobs, stating that Amrohi will not be attending the nuptials, but Joe soon deduces that this is a deception and says that this is how Aaliyah has been programmed to behave to her father. When Caitlin learns that Amrohi will not be attending the wedding, she advises that they halt the operation in order to salvage the program. Joe, on the other hand, is unwilling to do so. Cruz also shows her supervisors the invitation Aaliyah offered her and claims that she told the bride she'd see Aaliyah in Mallorca. Joe instructs Cruz to shower and rest before departing for their destination at 3 p.m. Joe requests time apart from Caitlin since her daughter Kate arrives home that morning. Neil and Joe assist Kate out of the car because her leg is in a cast and drive her home. Kate informs her mom that she will need to be carried to the restroom and showered by her mother for the next week or two, and Joe requests some solitude with her daughter. She claims she needs to go because she has to save lives, but Kate argues being carried to the restroom and bathed isn't something a 14-year-old girl should depend on her papa for, even if he's a doctor. Joe says that they would provide for a nurse for the week, but she must go immediately, and she may not come back. Joe offers the Lioness a laptop with a collection of films chronicling every terrorist act Amrohi has been tied to date as he, Caitlin, Cruz, and the rest of Joe's squad board the plane. She cautions Cruz that everything she can observe on an 8-hour journey will pale in comparison to the litany of depravities and terrorism supported by the father of the woman Cruz loves. As Randy, 2 Cups, and the rest of Joe's staff get to work preparing the food, Cruz puts on her earbuds and starts the song. Her jaw clamps more and harder as she watches each video, and her demeanor gets stronger as she discovers how much agony and fear Aaliyah's father is associated with. As the jet takes off, Bobby, Caitlin, and Joe debate how they want to carry out the assignment.